guys, this is Erin, Katie, and Adia, and we are 29 and chronically online. Before we get into this episode, I just wanted to remind you of a few things. We are on Instagram at 29and.co, and we're on TikTok at 29andco. You should follow us wherever you listen to podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google. And we also have a YouTube channel, so you can watch our video episodes there. We thank you so much for your support. And now on to the tea.
Hey guys, welcome back to the pod.
So nice to see everyone this week.
It's been so long. It's been 6 days and
the longest 6 days of my life.
The longest.
We've held in.
Are you guys ready to be haters today?
I am, definitely.
Oh, okay. I was waiting for you. I was going for your cue to figure out what I was going to say. So, yes.
Oh, I mean, well, like, if I'm meant to be a hater today, I'm meant to be a hater today. If I'm not,
okay. That's
I can
fair.
be my lover girl era, I guess.
Exactly.
That's fair. I just feel like, we're going to be talking about Am I the Asshole? And I could see this going the wrong direction. I could see this immediately easily coming for some of these people, unfortunately.
Oh, absolutely.
Yes.
Good thing it's anonymous.
Exactly.
Or generally, I guess. I don't know.
We wouldn't we would never know. So
right. I'm not looking into them. I'm not
I'm not
trying to find these people.
No.
Definitely not. But before we jump into some of these, am I the asshole moments that we have collectively come across, stumbled upon, ready to discuss, I wanted to know, have you guys ever had an am I the asshole moment? You may not have posted about it, and that's okay, but I'm just curious, is there a moment where you've been like, maybe I was in the wrong for that?
I know I have, probably, since I'm human.
No, Erin, you're an angel.
Oh, thank you.
When have I been the asshole?
I mean, you may have felt like you were justified, but like, is there a moment where you're like, I could have posted that and someone might have said that I was an asshole?
I mean, I don't think I have any flaws or faults. So it's very hard for me to find something wrong that I did.
Again,
but
I'm saying, were you justified?
Yeah.
Possibly,
Other people's perspective could definitely
exactly.
be like different.
Exactly.
You know what? Actually, one comes to mind.
Oh,
for
okay.
Me. I literally have been harboring this in for ages.
Oh, interesting.
But like, I ended a friendship in like after high school, and how I think how I went about ending that friendship, I was like, was I the asshole of doing it? I don't think I was, because they were being like not the vibe, not a good friend, and so I wrote a letter. And
you were not a letter writer.
It's giving Jersey Shore.
Just honestly, just at one time, no other times have I let me type down blah blah blah. But I was like, I sent this letter, and then I was like, okay, done.
Did you mail it or drop it off at their house or?
No. Okay. First of all, when I say write a letter, I mean like
an
Facebook,
email, like a tweet,
a message. I was like, here you go. Back when Facebook was everything to us. But I was like, I don't think I was the asshole, because everything in my letter, I was like, these are how I was hurt, blah blah blah, whatever. And I was like, wish she the best, bye. And
I bet you could find that still.
Wow.
It's still in your Facebook message archive.
I honestly have searched for it, and it's not there. But
he cleared those servers.
Mark said gotta go.
Yeah. Maybe for sending it the way I did, but I was like, I still stand by the words that I said of these are how I was hurt and blah blah blah. This is why our friendship is ending. But anyway,
that is so interesting, because I've been on the other end of that.
Really?
Yes. At the end of high school, my best friend at the time wrote me a book.
A book?
She typed it up, put it on construction paper. It was 12. It was a lot, made a book.
Oh my God.
And it was supposed to be the history of our friendship, right? Because we were going off to college.
Right.
And I thought it was this sentimental gift. No, it was at least half the book was here's how you've changed. Here's what you've done wrong. Here's why I don't think we just basically it was a shit list.
Yeah, it was like a
that
burn
she
book.
is a burn book
that she gave
that she has been harboring for the entire year, and she gave it to me like as a gift
wow.
to go to college. And she was like, "This is a really important book. Like, really take the time to read it, and like, you know, when you get done, like, we should talk." And I'm like, "Okay, yeah, sure." And I found it. I was cleaning out my house, and I found the book, and I'm like reading it now, and it was literally just like, you think just because you got a boyfriend that you don't have to hang out with me, and you wanted to get matching tattoos, but like we said we were gonna, like, just drama at like 18 years old.
You can get matching tattoos with everyone.
It's
not like a one and done situation.
Yeah,
like,
but it was, you would have thought that I was like fucking like Julius Caesar, the way that like she made this book. And I'm like, damn, like that's great. That's wild. I'm not reading all that.
I know,
you know?
it's kind of interesting.
I'm not reading it.
The way that yours, I don't know, you know, your situations are obviously different, but like the way yours sounds, like the fact that she like kind of held on to it, like, girl, you could have told me at any time
That's what I'm
any
saying.
of these things.
That's what
you
I'm
know,
saying.
like for a
I
whole
would
year.
say for mine at least, I would say that I like mentioned it, and then they were like, oh,
and just
and then
moved
just
on.
kept like doing like the different things of like making like their other friends feel like smaller than, you know, like whatever, or like telling your deepest darkest secrets at 17, 18 to like whoever. And I was like, okay,
right,
that was
okay.
the dramatics back then, though.
That's
like,
interesting that you guys have both had an experience
that
with
is
letters.
very weird. That's why I was like, you're a letter writer? Like,
Adia's like,
You're
twisting.
You're like,
It
we're gonna
was
be
me.
a good now.
yeah.
We're gonna be so nice to Erin.
Exactly. Now that I know,
She's got a secret.
Me harboring on
she
our
literally has like a death note, like
11-year
notebook.
friendship.
Yeah. Like, okay. Noted.
Oopsies. Oh man, that's crazy.
But the best thing about the notebook that she wrote was that she time-stamped it. Like, she wrote this in Word, printed it out, and she would timestamp like
when these moments happened, or like
when she wrote them. So it'd be like 2 a.m. January 3rd. 2011.
No.
You know, like when she's writing it, it's like timestamp. Oh, gosh, I would love to have an excerpt just of some of the stuff in there, but it was just, it was really good.
That's insane.
Very insane. I gotta find that.
So I'm assuming both of you guys did not keep up with either of these people. Like, safe to say? Or?
No, I still keep up. Well, I don't keep up with. She started dating my ex-boyfriend.
Okay.
From the one that she was talking.
So she was jealous.
Shit about in the book. She started dating him after the fact. But my am I the asshole moment. So this happens a lot. I will be in a circumstance and I will make a comment, not knowing that the comment applies to someone that is like in that environment, and this happens like a lot. I think they call that like juxtaposition or like something like that. But this has happened a lot. But the main one that I can think about was in high school. I was riding the bus, and the kid that used to sit in front of me used to put his head on the window.
Oh no. And
he used to always like bang his head on the window. And I'm like, bro, like every day you're banging your head on the window, like just like periodically, or you know, like I thought, whatever.
School buses are bumpy.
Exactly. So I'm like, okay, you know what? So I'm in fucking history class, and I'm telling someone like, oh, this dude in front of me, he's always banging his head against the window, like on the bus, like it's crazy. Like I name dropped him and everything. Ooh. And his girlfriend was sitting behind me. And the person that I was talking to was like, he has Tourette's, Adia.
Oh.
And his girlfriend is sitting behind you.
Oh.
So I'm screaming.
She heard me just talking just so much shit about how annoyed I was. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But regardless.
I mean, I know what you're saying. I do feel like in those particular instances, how would you even, like, no, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you're not saying it because you know that about him.
No.
You're
Yeah.
And that's like going for, I know you gave that specific example, but, you know, other examples, it's like, how are you supposed to know that applies to somebody in that moment?
Just,
you know,
it's
just
happened
like,
so many times. So many times in my life.
It's so awkward. Because it's like, what do you say to that? Just...
I didn't know.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sorry.
Just continue writing. Like,
yeah. Back to the quiz.
Yeah. So, yeah, not even ever since then, because it's happened multiple times. I just got to keep things in my mind because you never know when it's going to apply to someone. But I definitely think I was the asshole in that instance because I was like in high school. So, I was like
Really going in.
Like just like he makes a beat every time he's hitting the window. Like,
That's rough.
It was not good. It was not good. I'm so sorry. Yeah, it was not good.
You just take it the extra mile. You're not just talking about it. You're
I was like
trying to be a comedian.
I was like it's really it was not good. So I'm really sorry about that.
Anyway, Katie, did you have a moment?
I do, but I don't know how far to go into this tea, if I'm honest.
You can go light.
Me, 24 female. No, I'm kidding. No. I feel like this could have definitely been on like the Reddit page, but I personally feel justified, and I feel like whatever. Anyway, so I had a friend, like best friend, like roommate that we lived together for like 3 years too. Like it was a long time. And I came back after working in Hatteras for the summer, and like the vibe had changed. This was like our senior year of college. So like, we were on we'd been together for 3 years. But the vibe was just like not right when I came back. I don't know what changed. Our apartment was really small too, but I feel like that could have happened anywhere. But I came back, the house was a mess. Like there were boxes everywhere because she bought all this stuff online. And I'm kind of like, I hate germs and I hate like dirt and I hate dust. And she had a lot of animals and some cats, and there was some cat shit on the carpet that was like crusted into the carpet, and she didn't even know it was there. So I come back from summer and I'm like, what's going on? Like, can we pick up the place a little bit? Like, can we, I don't even care what you do in your room. Like, that's fine. Just like the, mutual spaces, and that's fine. So nothing comes of that. A couple weeks go by. I feel like I remember us texting about it for some reason. I remember having something in writing about like, can you please like just pick up, like, I don't know, I was at the library, whatever. Spurts of this memory come back to me. And then as the weeks go on, the vibe is still off, just like generally. Nothing's changed. And she kind of starts making like comments that make it seem like she's smarter than me. Okay, that's like... I'm not here to be the smartest person in the room, don't get me wrong. Yeah. But like, it's just like... Girl. What? What do you mean? So this all came to a head on Halloween. Me, her, and her boyfriend walked a mile to the Broadberry. I got so drunk. I was borderline blackout, but I remember the whole night. But I was like not in a place. And we ended up coming back from the Broadberry. There was like a live show or whatever, and we stopped at Christian's to get pizza because it's like, I don't know, what else do you do in Richmond? You know the vibes. And it was the final straw. Like all these things built up with like, they were acting weird towards me. Like all this happened, and I'm like waiting for my pizza. My pizza comes first. Oh, gosh. And I'm sitting inside. That long table in Christian's. I'm the only person sitting at it. It's just me there. They both get their pizza and they go outside and sit outside at a 2-person table. And that was like the moment where I was like, oh. It sounds so petty, but it was like all these things built up, right? So I like storm outside with my pizza and I go sit at the table next to them. Oh my gosh. I'm like just sitting there or whatever. And then another comment is made about like, I remember it specifically being like, oh, we're going to Busch Gardens this weekend. Do you want to come? I'm like, well, I have a paper to write on Sunday, so I'm probably going to skip it. And she's like, well, we all have papers due. And I was like... Okay. So this is so like crazy. The Kill Bill sirens. Like a movie. Like... Her boyfriend is sitting in between us. Like, he's in the middle. And I'm like, can you stop saying things like you are the smartest person in the room? Her jaw drops. And she's like, speechless. Like, I've never done something like this in my life. And I was just like, my blood was boiling. And she didn't have anything to say. And then, I don't know. I don't remember exactly what happened after that, like what was said. But I remember storming off. And I had the keys. I left, I went home, and I left the door unlocked, and I texted her boyfriend, and I said, door's unlocked when you guys want to come back. We did not talk again for the next 8 months of living together. What? Like at all? No. Dead silence.
It was a wild time, Adia.
Yeah, Erin was there. Well, so then it turned into this whole thing, because personally, like after I said my piece, because I'm sure other things were said, it was almost 10 years ago now, who knows. But after I said that, I was like, I'm vibing. That's it, yeah. Like, I said what I needed to say. You know what I mean? And that was that on that. So I had I know people, I feel like, would think, okay, you're living there, it must be awkward. I personally did not feel like, I just lived my life as normal. Like, I did not care. I invited whoever I wanted over, like, whatever. It was fine. And then things start unraveling. Like, I'm hanging out with Erin, I'm hanging out with a couple of our other friends because we were best friends. We had all these mutual friends in common.
Yeah.
It turns into,
oh no,
you're stealing my friends. I have no friend. Girl, like, I'm the one texting them. I'm like, Erin, what are you doing today? Let's watch, I don't know, One Direction music videos and make breakfast. Like, it was just like this whole thing. And
it was also,
oh yeah,
can I just say that it was like, from my perspective, like
outside looking
in, kind of like stopped talking to me, like after her and Katie like got into the like kind of thing, like she distanced herself from me, so and I was like still like hanging out with Katie all the time, so I was like, okay, well, I guess I'm gonna keep like Katie and I have been like besties for like since freshman year, so I was like, I'm gonna keep hanging out with Katie. If she wants to reach out, she can reach out, but like
like you made,
and I'll see her on the street, I'll say hey.
Well, yeah,
we'll nobody and ever that happened like a couple times.
Yeah,
maybe like 3.
Nobody ever said anything bad. Yeah, it was fine.
That's so awkward for her.
Yeah. So then the other thing, what I really feel like, okay, we're going too deep, but we did end up having to live together after that too.
What?
So
what?
So I moved out. I didn't even tell her I was moving out. Also, it was so crazy because she was staying another year. I think she was like doing a master's or whatever. I don't really know. I didn't talk to her. So but I woke up one morning. The apartment was spotless. That day, she brought in someone who was going to sublet my room. Yeah, it was crazy. Because I remember waking up and being like, when did this happen? I went to bed at midnight and this place was in shambles, let me tell you.
Katie texting me that.
She was like, kind of livid, actually.
Spotless. And I was like, what?
Where has this been for the last 2.5 years of my life?
Oh
you know, whatever.
Gosh.
Anyway, but yeah, so her boyfriend worked with me in Hatteras. So I went back for the summer and he was also back for the summer. And then she was there all the time. And we didn't talk still. It was crazy.
Oh my gosh. I don't think you're the asshole for that though.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
I honestly feel just, but I feel like that is something that people would have said like, well, I haven't talked to her in like 3 months. So like, is that a problem? Am I the problem?
No.
I personally don't think so.
No.
I don't know.
Yeah.
It is what it is. I don't know. Looking back, I think she felt like I was like jealous of her boyfriend. I really feel like there was something underlying there. But
there always is, yeah.
That's fair.
Yeah.
But truly, I mean.
No, I think we're all justified in all of our things.
I think so too.
We did nothing wrong.
I love that.
We're just girls.
I'm here for that. We're just girls.
Just girls.
Just girls with a podcast.
There we go. We do nothing wrong. Damn.
Oh,
yeah, man. I think that was good.
Crazy.
Not bad.
Literally
I would
crazy.
do the same.
Yeah.
I mean, I have similar like roommate stories too. So
yeah.
Yeah.
Although I do wonder, like, I don't know. I feel like I've lost a lot of friends in my life. Was it me? Whatever. Maybe not.
No, never you.
But it's like it's also like the high school moment. Like,
Exactly.
There was not any others that stood out that was like that. Like that was next level. Months of like.
I love the determination though.
Of not talking.
Yeah.
It was a point of like pride at this point.
I love
you know
that.
what I mean? It was
Yeah.
just like.
Nice to know you won't snitch or anything. That's good.
Yeah. People seriously were like, how are you doing? Like, how are you doing that? Like, girl, she's like invisible to me.
Yeah.
Like,
Damn. I
I mean,
wish.
wasn't she also like just staying other places too?
Yeah, a little bit. And
she would like.
I feel like she was kind of scared of me a little bit. Like, because
I
there was, I
after
remember.
that confrontation.
Well, true. I do remember one time, like, I came back from somewhere and she had been like eating on the couch, like lunch or dinner or something. And she kind of just like stopped.
Just to be prepared, just in case. I guess.
I don't know, but I was just like,
Just, like,
okay. So I don't know. Maybe that was my perception. She definitely is not listening to this podcast, but you know,
Never know.
yeah, maybe this is
People
the episode.
hate listen.
Am I the asshole? She's like, this is my moment.
No,
She's like, wait a minute.
This is the moment.
Damn.
Love that for us. So should we get into other people's drama?
Yes.
I was like, love that we had a quick trip down memory lane.
Yes.
No fail.
Could go on and on for that. Yeah.
That is so fair. Anybody have anything particularly juicy that you're like, let's dive in?
I have one, so I only have one.
Okay.
And
it's good.
It's a good,
Read it,
it's
Adia.
a good one
Go.
just because there's like lore behind it and it got like bigger than what it was supposed to be. So there's like two sides of me. There's like the pop, like Jonas Brothers, you know, like pop culture stuff. And then there's like Warped Tour, like tattoos and like rock and, pop punk and all that stuff. So this was really big like in that fandom, the Warped Tour fandom. So it started off it wasn't even posted in the Am I the Asshole Reddit, but it's an Am I the Asshole essentially.
Okay.
So I'm going to read it and then I'll talk about the lore that goes from there.
Okay.
I think it's just so funny because it's something that I would have done. Not the person, but like the person, the girlfriend that they're talking about.
Oh, God.
So it's just crazy that like they wrote about it and I'm like, damn, I would totally do this. Like 100%. Okay. Title is Thinking About Leaving My Girlfriend Overnight Without Saying Anything. Not Sure What to Do. Okay. I'm reading it verbatim.
Yeah.
I play in a decently well-known band that's been touring around the country for about 9 years now. I met my girlfriend at a show 2 years ago, which had local openers, and she told me that she was a friend of one of the local bands, and that's why she was there. When we met, she offered to buy me a drink, and then after talking, she claimed that she didn't know my band / who I was at all. She moved to my state, and we live together now. Today, being bored in quarantine, we were going through old photos together. This is where it all unravels. In 2012, my band played a cross-country music festival, and we had daily meet and greets for fans. This was Warped Tour.
Okay.
We weren't all that big, but it was a fun thing for us to do with our fans. When we were looking at old photos, there was a picture of her with my band, which was obviously from this festival in 2012. So she lied. She knew my band, possibly knew who I was for years, and it's having me doubt the entire relationship.
Huh.
Like, she only got with me because of who I am / what band I was in. I'm thinking about leaving in the middle of the night tonight, but I don't know if I'm just overreacting to something really stupid. I was so upset I didn't even want to talk to her about it, and I don't know how to talk to her about it. I already talked to my buddy, and he let me crash for a few days, but I don't know what to do. Too long, didn't read. My girlfriend lied about knowing who I was when we met. I found out she lied. I want to leave, and I don't know what to do. Now, this is it's funny but not funny because I have thought this so many times when I've gone to a show of like, if I meet someone in the band, I'm not gonna be like a fan. I'm gonna be like, oh, like you're in that band. Like I would totally honestly even go as far as to say I didn't even know you're in the band. Like,
yeah,
but I'm definitely looking up people like as they're playing.
Right.
So like I can totally see the girlfriend side. The guy's side, this is so long ago though. So he posted this in 2020 and then the photo was from 2012.
Right.
So it's like, okay.
It's been a while. Maybe she did fall out of that fandom.
Exactly. I took pictures with bands at Warped Tour that I didn't know, like just because you never know.
Yeah, you're meeting someone who might be really famous one day.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So like I totally get it.
The one thing about his thing to me is like, why are you gonna leave like a thief in the night? Like, why?
Just
the thing.
Just say, like, bring
in the
it
middle of the night
up. And it's like, if you were,
I just am not trying to leave. It's like, can we just tell her you're leaving?
You guys have been dating for 2 years. Why are you leaving and live together? Why are you just
just
in the middle of the night
stepping out?
That part to me is what gets me.
Like that's the asshole part of like you're just gonna dip because she maybe didn't know who you were 8-9 years ago. Like that's a little weird. And also maybe she just didn't remember. Like
I really feel like that's a not remember thing. I don't know because I feel like
that long ago.
Yeah, and if you were kind of like I don't know. I'm not going to say small band because I don't know what they were in 2012, right?
Yeah.
But like if somebody has a smaller fan base, your fans are probably DMing you. They're probably mentioning you in comments. So like if there's not any of that going on, especially for 2012 where everyone's so online, it's like she probably did just take the photo and then just forget that it existed or, whatever. Or
it could have been, literally just anything. So
I just think about so many bands that like I used to really, like I really liked the Bad Sons in 2012. Yeah. I have listened to them since then, but I've not like like I've gone in and out of that. Like there's been years that I didn't like their album drop, so like I didn't listen to that. So but it's like I don't know.
And I don't think
it's
that big of a deal. So that's where the lore comes in. Okay. So this guy posts this, right? It's very clear that this festival is Warped Tour, like it's a band.
Cross country.
It's very obvious. So it goes from this post on Reddit to now the entire scene is like,
who is this?
We need to find out who the band is,
and who has girlfriends right now. That we can start
so when I
down.
say they turn into the fucking Da Vinci Code, so it goes from one guy like in the scene that's like, I'm gonna find out who this is. So he pulls up.
Sure, you look at the Warped Tour set list.
Oh yeah,
from 2012, you see who's got a girlfriend currently. That limits you down 50%, 75%.
That's literally like when I say
I can see when they started posting 2018, 2019.
It became a whole thing for the scene for like a month of like people speculating. They have the whole list of the Warped Tour bands and all of this stuff. So
you start from the bottom up, baby.
Literally. So people are like whittling down like, okay, it definitely can't be this band because they're like huge. You know, it can't be that person. That can't be this person. This person had a girlfriend at that time, but also they cheat. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like whatever. It becomes like this huge debacle. And people are being like, I know who it is. And they would be like, it's this person in this band. That person would tweet, be like, this is not me. So like, it was now people just like pointing fingers to like who it is in the band. Mind you, this is like a 2-month long thing that's going on.
So just randomly,
people are on a witch hunt to find out who this is, because half the people are like, bro, like, why would you leave in the night? And then the other half is like, so shitty of her to like, you know. So you're like, it's like the blue dress, gold dress thing.
Everybody's
like
on different
in the
sides.
scene. Yeah, everyone's on different sides. People are trying to figure this out. Like their life depends on it. So it's just so funny. So the guy that made the post, he does an update to the post, and he said that
I see the tweets. You haven't found me yet.
No, literally, he's like,
ha ha ha.
He had said he was going to agree to reveal himself if everyone in the scene had raised $10,000 for COVID relief in a charity by Live Nation.
That's like a hot take. That's such an interesting caveat.
He like tried to like flip it and be like,
I'm trying to do good.
Yeah, like I'm trying to like make it good. Like you guys are giving me so much hate. So like if you raise $10,000 or GoFundMe for this charity, like I'll let everyone know like who I am. So this one guy is like this spearheading this entire like witch hunt.
He's devoted his whole life. He's got like a board.
Yes. So he's like the one guy that's updating everyone, and he's like, okay, update guys, this happened, update this happened, or whatever. They end up raising the money. So 20 like a shit ton of money to find out like who it is. The guy never reveals himself.
Of course.
There's still like so many theories about like who this is, and like
even though you're trying to spin it in a good light, like all these half of your fan base might think you're an asshole now.
100%.
So it's like,
because it's
are
like
you really willing to risk that? Like not really.
It was just a huge thing, but it was just so funny because you never found out. Like no one ever found out, but also it was like whittled down to I think like 2 or 3 people, and I'm pretty sure it's like one of them, but they weren't going to come out and be like, yeah, it's totally me. Like, but it's just to see people in a fandom is like such a
because it's like a whole genre. It wasn't just people that were fans of a particular band. It was like everybody who went to Warped Tour that year was
literally and it was just so funny to just see.
You're like, was it at my show?
Exactly. Like people are looking at tour dates, and it's like, okay, it can't be in Ohio because that band. Like it was just all over the place. But it was just it was such a good time to be on Twitter. Like every day it was like a new update.
I love that, the camaraderie.
It was a good time. It was a good time. But
I do love that. Man.
Yeah, he was definitely the asshole in that aspect for sure, because like who cares, bro?
Well,
it's not like she was like a mega fan. If she was like a mega fan, like that would have been weird. But like the part that everyone was so upset about was that he saying that he was in a well-known band, and they were like, based on the facts, we don't know your band. like they like whittled it down, and it was like, you said you're in a well-known band,
like on the bottom of the poster, like tiny font,
teeny tiny. So they were like being like, okay, so you have an ego and you're an asshole,
right? They're like doubling down
like,
now.
You're just not.
The longer he's anonymous, the worse it gets.
100%. It was not looking good for him, like at all. And people were more like, the girl needs to leave him. Like, you know.
The thing is, like, in a weird way, there's almost no harm in coming out. Like, yes, you might lose a lot of fans, but also there are so many worse things that have happened in that scene.
Exactly.
I mean, stories come out all the time, and those guys are way worse than whatever you did. So, I mean, obviously this is like
but it's
stupid.
Just,
stupid for you to even post this, but like it really is not like as bad as you're making it out to be. Like at this point,
because it's not like he was like in the Beatles or anything, and it's like,
oh my god, it's like Liam Payne. He's like,
no.
I'm in a weather.
Like, you know, like no one was really care like that much.
If One Direction was at Warped Tour, this would be Liam Payne because he stays having girlfriends that were fans.
This would be 5 Sauce. Don't get it twisted.
Oh, shots fired.
That is so true. 100%.
This would be
110%.
Them in 2012. You're joking.
Actually, it might be. It might
moderately festival cross country just because they thought it was Warped Tour doesn't mean it was.
Exactly.
They went on a cross country tour too.
Now it's time for us to dive in. But yeah,
it's actually Luke Hemmings. Don't worry about it, everyone. He's grown since then. He's married.
Exactly. But yeah, that's like my favorite one. I just think about that all the time, and I'm always wondering like, who was it?
The thing is with bands too, like you are almost always gonna have someone that's a fan. You know what I mean? Like they're. Depending on how famous you are, obviously. But it's like, there's almost no way to like, you know.
Exactly. And if someone is honestly like, does not know who you are.
That's more of a red flag than it is.
It's like, okay, you're not as cool or big or whatever as you think you are.
Okay, that's true too.
You know?
Yeah.
Like.
And also, I guess I would want like, if I was like someone famous, I would want my partner to be like, into what I like
aware
musician. I would want them to be like into it, kind of, and be like, I don't want to be a nobody, so why not?
Exactly.
I feel like the time frame was on her side. If this was 2012 and then they started dating in 2013, question marks. But 6 years later, come on.
2018, like you're joking,
girl. You're good.
Yeah, we're Gucci. She's not stalking you. I promise. She wouldn't wait 6 years.
Truly.
It's like my 6-year plan.
right.
Who is that? Like diabolical, you know?
Like,
I mean, I would do that for Joe Jonas, but like.
But that's like a different level of fame.
Exactly. I would have to start back in like 2007, you know, like really start. But
or you can start right now and
me and every other damn girl in the world.
Slate's clean.
But
oh gosh. Okay.
Love that.
That's mine.
Funny.
That was a good one, Adia.
Thanks. See,
thanks.
thanks.
You could start us off.
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
I come prepared.
Yeah. Adia, the rest of the episode.
Yeah. I did my part. Clock it out.
Not yet.
We still need you after.
Whoopsies.
We got some TikToks to film.
PTO.
Oh my god, no, for real.
Funny.
I have one that I like, but I don't think it's like, it's not like that crazy or anything. I just feel like there's some good thoughts to be had.
Yeah, go ahead. Say it.
Okay. I'm just going to read it verbatim as well. And she does have an edit with some questions that were asked in the comments, but I'm not going to read those unless like maybe you guys ask, you know, and I'll be like, okay, sure. I just think this is interesting.
Yeah,
am I the asshole for being frustrated that my boyfriend, male 24, did not go with me, female 23, to the ER after I fell down the stairs? Okay. Recently, I had a small accident. When coming back from a walk with my boyfriend, I fell down the stairs and broke my ankle.
Oh, shit.
After it happened, he asked me if I wanted to see a doctor or not. As I thought the pain in my ankle would eventually pass, I said no and went back home. 1 hour later, my ankle became 3 times as big as it normally is, and I eventually decided to go to the hospital. It was Sunday at 9 p.m., so I had no other choice but to go to the ER. When I said to my boyfriend that I decided to go to the hospital, he just said okay and asked me how am I going to get there. I'm sorry. Oh my god. No offering to go with me. He just continued to lay in bed and watch Netflix. To be fair, I did not ask if he could come with me. I guess I was just waiting for him to offer. When I came back home, it was 2 a.m. He woke up and we started talking. I asked him why he didn't go with me to the ER. He said that 1, it was already pretty late and he knew it would take long and he had to go to work the next day. 2, as I did not say my ankle hurts that much, he did not realize it was that serious. And 3, he asked me to go to the doctor first, but I refused. Therefore, he did not see the point of my later sudden wish to go see the doctor when it was already late. I somehow can see his point with the third argument, but the others are just strange to me. Since the accident, he helps me in his own kind, but I cannot get rid of this feeling of being frustrated and sad that he left me alone and seemed to not care. I feel that I cannot rely on him and that he only helps when he feels like it. I feel like I have been a little mean to him ever since and that I'm the asshole for expecting for him to go to the ER with me and that he didn't. And then that's kind of the end until the questions that are here too. Initial thoughts, everyone.
Not the asshole.
That was wild.
Not the asshole, but also I can relate to that too, because when I got COVID, I had no one to take me to the ER because I was dehydrated and I was literally like seeing hallucinations. And I called Alex and I was like, listen, I know we're not talking. Like, I need someone to take me to the ER. Like, I cannot drive right now. And he was like, I don't want to get COVID, so no. And I'm like, okay,
damn. That's so
I
different.
get
though,
it, but
because,
like,
you're not gonna catch a broken ankle.
No.
Like that. It's so. And you guys weren't talking. This is her active boyfriend.
I was like crying, like begging him to take me, and he eventually came.
Wear a mask and roll down the windows, honestly.
He literally was like, you can't talk, you can't cough, like, you need to wear, like, all. I was like, okay, I get it, but, like, it was just, his initial thing was like, nah, like, at all. So I get it, but also, like, yeah, you're right, you can't get, like, a broken ankle, and you're dating them, so.
I feel like it's so interesting because then somebody in the comments asked like how you got to the hospital. She said, no, he did not drive me. I took an Uber. We do not have a car where we live. I feel like at 9 p.m. on a Sunday,
how would he have taken her then?
He would have gone with her.
With her. Okay, yeah.
Thing.
Oh, so they don't. They both of them don't have cars.
That's what it
so
has.
So he would have had to figure out how to get there.
But he could have ridden with her. And thing, like she took an Uber to the hospital. So like in theory, he could have just hopped in the back with her. The first time around,
and then be at the ER for.
I feel like
God
it's different. Like. If it were me and I was like, I'm going to go to the hospital, I feel like Scott would say, do you want me to come with you? And then maybe I say, no, I'm good. Or like, sure, but I
the fact that he just said, okay.
Yeah, it's weird that he didn't ask, right? Like, it's weird.
It's
weird.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't think she's the asshole, though.
I don't either personally. Like,
I think
got a broken ankle, girl.
No, I think it's really funny that that's how he responded, and like,
I mean, he was fucking asleep when she got home.
Literally,
that's crazy.
like you didn't even stay up.
Like he's a man. He's not thinking. Like he was like, okay, like
texted her like,
here's
how are
my
things
box.
going?
I checked. Like, do you want to go to the hospital? Like when it first happened.
Yeah.
And then he's like, she said no.
Yeah.
And then
that's it.
Out of mind. So that's wild.
I know.
Yeah.
I do think because it's like. Yeah, one thing not to go. You could have been texting her like, "How's it going? You get your X-ray yet?" But to fall asleep,
and if it's been that long too, like
I'd be like, "Oh my gosh!" Like, I wonder what she's doing. Yeah. Like, is she? Like,
oh yeah. Girl, break up with him. That's all I gotta say.
No, literally. Yeah.
Especially if it bothers you. If it's your relationship that you were like not expecting him to go and he didn't offer, like who cares, right? But clearly she cares. Otherwise she wouldn't have posted this.
That's a big yikes on his part for sure.
Wow.
Literally.
What were the questions that they said?
Well, so some of the answers that she gave were like the Uber, and then I guess somebody said like, "Why didn't you ask him to go?" And so she said,
"A man asked that."
Yeah, 100%. And it's just so sad because she's like not believing in herself. So I guess that's the question is like, why didn't you ask him to go? She said, I should have asked him to come with me. This one I'm aware of and goes fully on me. It's like, girl, it's not fully
He's
on
gaslighting you.
He is, yeah. Oh, somebody I guess asked. So part of his thing was like, I have work in the morning.
We all do.
Yeah. So she said he has a job where he could skip one day. I feel like if you're calling in and saying like my partner is like
so sorry I had to like take my partner to the hospital,
also,
blah blah blah.
You're not really gonna miss work. Like they got back at 2 a.m. He could have still gone to work the next day.
Exactly.
Whatever. And then so I guess so the second argument that the boyfriend had was that she did not say her ankle hurt that much, so he didn't realize it was serious. So she said, regarding the second argument, on one hand, I understand he may not have realized that I was in pain or that it was that serious. On the other hand, I asked myself, what should I have done so that way he considers it serious enough or valid to go to the ER with me? Should I have cried the whole time? I don't know. It feels strange that he kind of decides how serious my injury is.
Yeah.
That's
I think so too.
Crazy.
Well, yeah, just because you're like,
I'm just saying
it hurts a little. I'm gonna go
when
to the
she
ER.
said she was like, oh, she fell, ow, doesn't hurt, but then don't need to go to the hospital. But then a couple hours later, it's like, I need to go to the hospital. That feels like the transition of, oh, it hurts now. Like she needs to go. Like she wouldn't have just said that for
Well, yeah, and it's one thing to go to the ER versus like urgent care versus like, oh, I'll go to my doctor in the morning. It's like, see how they goes in the morning and take
She's
some
like, I need
ibuprofen.
help now.
Yeah. I feel like when you say you're going to the ER, you kind of mean that, you know?
Yeah. Man.
Although now I'm wondering, has she done this? But no, I'm kidding. Have you done this
it's
before?
It's just a rabbit hole, you know? Like maybe it's the girl that cried wolf or something.
But I feel bad that she's like, yeah, it's on me that I didn't tell him to come with me. It's like, girl, come on.
No.
He should have offered, and then you could have said yes or no at that point.
Agreed.
But the fact that he didn't even offer and then fell asleep, I can't get over that.
That's wild.
It's the way he was like watching Netflix. She's like, I'm going to the hospital. He said, okay, bet.
Deuces.
Oh my God.
So
yeah,
crazy.
no. Big yikes. Break up with him.
Literally break up with him. Find someone who will take you to the
no,
ER.
First thing you're looking for.
Pay
the
for
bare minimum. Find somebody who will take you to the ER.
Pay for your Uber Black and ride with you.
Exactly.
Okay, I have one. Am I the asshole? Left wallet in best friend's car. She's mad because I had my cards canceled. So I left.
Wait, what? What?
So she feels like she lost her wallet, so she canceled her cards, and now her friend's mad about it.
She left her wallet in her best friend's card, and her best friend is now mad because she canceled her cards.
Okay, I gotta hear it. Yeah.
Okay.
So I left my wallet in my best friend's car over the weekend. Every time we set a time to meet, she cancels, changes the time, and has an excuse as to why she can't meet me to get my wallet. I offered to go to her house, but she's never home. So I told her I'm just going to have my debit card and my other cards I have in my wallet canceled or reported as stolen. She flipped her shit and told me I'm a bitch and an asshole for doing that, and that it shows how bad of a friend I am for not trusting her, and how I'm bullying her by treating her like a theft and a criminal. The wallet has been returned, and it was left with the security guard at the entrance gate for where they live.
Wow.
I know, crazy. Another thing that happened was the friendship has been ended. It was a mutual agreement. I should have been more mindful of her red flags, and I should have taken into account that she was never really a friend and was more so using me. Anyway, is this person the asshole for?
No, because she was probably using her cards.
Yeah, and the thing is, like, if I had to go almost a week without using like my card, like you have to buy gas, you have to buy groceries. I know there's like Apple Pay and stuff, but if you don't have that set up already, then it's like what
exactly.
I gotta cancel to get a new card. Like I need it back. Like they'll send it to me faster than I'm getting it from you. So it's like it's not even about the allegations to her.
No,
like, it's more like I need this.
And also, why would you not do that like for your friend? Like,
yeah. If you're out of the house so often, just swing by and drop it in my mailbox.
Friend.
Exactly.
Like this person said best friend. Like, why are you? Oh, I'm not home. Oh, like you can't come.
Make
pick
yourself
it up.
available.
Oh, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
It's a wallet. It takes two, like, hand off, bye.
That's literally it. That's so weird.
Crazy.
People are crazy. It makes me wonder if something weird has happened before, like using her money or something.
She probably was using that shit. And she was mad that she canceled it because she needed that. She needed those numbers.
No, for real.
She was like, wait.
Like, wait, this isn't going to go through.
My Shein order didn't go through yet.
Man.
Yeah, no, not the asshole.
Not the asshole. Yeah, definitely. But apparently she was like, oh, my bank can like do same day replacement.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, they print new cards at Navy Fed.
Exactly. So it's like, I got shit to do, girl. I can't be waiting on you. You know what I mean? Like,
I cannot. Yeah.
Especially, I mean, the fact that you guys were able to find a time to hang out indicates to me there was a time for you guys to meet up again to get the wallet.
Exactly.
Like, this is not rocket science. This is like,
I'm just like, if they're constantly texting, like, being like, oh, let's meet here. Let's not. Oh, I'm busy. Da da da.
That's weird.
It's giving Venmo scam.
Oh, for sure. It's giving, scammer.
Scammer. I love that. See, I feel like we're kind of, we're justifying these people. We're not being haters, I guess.
Yeah.
But,
definantly not asshole.
Let me find a.
I know. I have another one. I'm trying to think which one would be more interesting. Maybe I'll read you guys the titles and you guys can. Man,
I have another one too.
Okay.
Okay.
You can go.
Am I the asshole for telling my girlfriend that she's not conventionally beautiful? Just the other day, I was looking at some fashion magazines, which I helped produce. My girlfriend walked into the room, struck a pose, and asked me how she would be if she was a model. Since I work in the young and steamy / hot and sexy sector of the modeling industry, I told her oh no. I told her she'd never make it anywhere in my expertise because she's not conventionally beautiful. But that's what I love about her, especially her flat chest and small height. Then I added that I don't know about other areas of the modeling industry, and she'd probably be accepted somewhere since it's a big industry. Now she's passively aggressively mad at me. She also burnt my dinner while I noticed her dinner was cooked golden. Obviously I screwed up, but even then, am I the asshole? Edit number 1, flat chests are good for me as they're easier to hold when I go to bed. Edit number 2. I don't work in the glamorous side of the industry. I work in the side where you make cheap, steamy magazines for young people and models where they constantly quit or they work part-time. And sure, if you want to be a famous model, don't come to us. If you want to be a model, make quick cash. We're your people. Obviously, he's the asshole.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, obviously.
I mean, the thing is, she's not asking the question because she's seriously considering going into modeling. She's asking because she wants you to tell her she's pretty.
Again, another man just not getting it. Like,
yeah, no, for real.
And it's not even just saying.
And the way he like kept going.
Like adding it
you're not
on.
attractive, and you have this.
But if you still want a career,
you can find something.
Try the McDonald's down the street. Like, that's just so wild that you would tell someone that you're in a relationship with, like, not even, he didn't even say that, like.
It's not even a joke to him. If he was joking, he was like, oh no, but like, he's seriously like, I really don't think you'd make it.
In my expertise, you would not make it in this video.
It's giving Tyra Banks, you are not America's Next Top Model.
But what gets me the most is that he told her she's not conventionally beautiful. Like,
right.
As in,
like, he doesn't
other
find
people would look at you and be like, nah.
Yeah.
But me, I'm also saying nah, but that's what I like. Like, that's like,
yeah.
Could you just imagine, like, someone being like, you're not it. Like, you're not it. Like, it's one thing to be like a model. We get it. Like, models are like, models, but bro was like doing a whole dissertation on his girlfriend about why she
was like,
could
here are
not.
the 7 reasons why I don't think you're pretty, basically.
This is Watch Mojo. Welcome
to go to Turkey and get you a nose shop real quick.
Like,
Should
literally,
we get you some implants?
He's like, oh, I've been waiting for this one.
Now that you bring it up, here's my list of things.
You have a flat chest, which I love.
It's easier to hold. What the fuck does that mean?
Easier to hold when there's nothing to hold on to. Like, bro,
what does that even mean? I'm gonna be completely honest. What does he mean by that? Like,
and why was that the first edit? Like, who's
asking about that specifically?
That question.
Well, because in my opinion, like, models are thinner with like usually less going on. So like that would be in her favor for modeling. But so what's his?
It's just
what's his distinction
it's just
there?
wild that he's was like,
you're ugly, you're flat-chested, you're just. But I love you.
And now I'm questioning because you burnt my dinner if I did something wrong. Bro, that's what question.
Aggressively. Oh my God.
That's just, I don't know, like, what I would even do. Like, I truly don't know what I would do. I just love being a hater. That's all.
It's my opinion.
Thank you. Thank you.
It's my opinion. I have another one.
Okay. I know we're going off the rails because that guy called her ugly. Like, we are like,
yeah, golly.
Women are beautiful.
Post a photo. We'll be the judge.
Yeah. Who's punching? It's you, bro.
Next week on the pod. No.
I would love to do a who's punching. I am obsessed with those.
Oh my God.
I am too, actually.
We don't have
and also the like siblings versus dating one.
Oh yeah.
Let's do that.
I'm always wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Am I the asshole for ignoring my selfish neighbor when my baby cries? I am the father of a 1-year-old toddler. Recently, she started teething as her molars have started to come in. First, it was the top ones for about a week, and then we had a week's break, and now the bottom ones are coming in. It's clearly causing my daughter a lot of pain, especially at night. Before she was a good sleeper, and now it's been rough. She's been waking up around 1 and then 3 a.m. daily, screaming with her little fingers in her mouth. My wife and I have tried comforting her, bringing her in our bed. She sleeps in our room anyway. and her crib is next to our bed, but normally she likes to sleep cuddled up when she's uncomfortable. We've been giving her baby Motrin and to help the pain, but she still screams for about 10 to 20 minutes each time until we're able to settle her. It's shrill and it sucks, but there's not much we can do beyond what we are already doing. We live on the ground floor of a new condo building. It's made of I was like, here's the tea.
Yeah.
It's made of heavy concrete and decently soundproofed, but not perfect. Above us lives a single woman in her late 20s/early 30s. This is an expensive part of town in a new building, so we can assume she's decently moneyed. She also keeps her balcony door open all day and night that faces into our courtyard. She's been punishing us during the day, punishing quotes,
Right.
us during the day by blasting loud music directly into our unit by putting a stereo next to her balcony. We are on the ground floor and have a fully enclosed courtyard, so it vibrates around. She's got great music taste, and my daughter will dance to it all day long. So while my wife hates her intention, I think it's worked out just fine until now. Last night, she came barging down at 3 a.m. and rang our bell 4 times while we were trying to settle our daughter. Motrin works for about 8 hours, so by 3 a.m., we have to give her another dose and wait through the cries, cradling her for 15 to 20 minutes for it to kick in. My wife, a strong-tempered, petite woman, amplified by her first year of motherhood.
Petite. Men are crazy.
Men are crazy. Amplified by her first year of motherhood, wanted to go fight her then and there, but I said, let's just concentrate on settling the baby and ignore her. I also didn't want to make the baby any more upset than she already was. So yeah, I just let her fume outside my door at 3 a.m. Am I the asshole?
You don't owe that woman anything.
A thing.
You don't owe her a thing. So let her fume at 3 a.m. if she wants, in my opinion.
Do
if she's going to come down there and ring the doorbell, she can stay out there by herself. She doesn't need to talk to me.
Exactly.
It's her choice.
Also, you're playing music, so it's like
You're even.
It's all good. You want to start that game, we'll start it.
I just feel like if you live in a place like a condo or an apartment, like, that kind of comes with the territory.
Know.
Like, you might have a neighbor that you don't like, or you might have the noisy. Like, people say that all the time, like, about noisy neighbors. They stomp around on the floor above you. I mean, that's like not uncommon. So I just feel like
I don't think
put on some white noise and call it a night, sis.
That's what I'm saying.
True.
That's what I'm saying.
A lot of the comments were saying like, why don't you start the Motrin like earlier in the night?
Right,
so
like,
if it takes 8 hours into effect, like, if it stops at 3 a.m., like, why don't you push it to like earlier kind of thing? Like,
yeah,
so
try
the
to line
baby
it
will
up.
sleep through the night kind of thing.
I could see that, but you're also like, the kid's 1. Like, you're
That's
not
what
on
I'm
a real
saying.
routine.
A
Like,
literal baby. Yeah.
like, there's not a routine there.
There's no
rhyme or
it's
reason.
It's not like that cut and dry with kids.
Well, and teething, I mean, they could go and be fine for a few hours and not need the Motrin, then all of a sudden it hurts. So it's like, you're not giving them Motrin for 24 hours and like, all right, every 8 hours. Like,
even with a 1-year-old, you can't do that.
Right. So, I don't know.
Also, it's like a 2-week time. Like, it's not like a long
that's fair.
thing. So she needs to chill out.
I mean, late 20s, early 30s, girl, please. You have better shit to do than go knock on your
That's
neighbor's
what I'm saying.
door.
I'm sure she's coming in drunk or like, you know, doing whatever at the wee hours of the night. So, not the asshole.
I don't think so either. I would have let her out there.
Yeah. But she's ringing the doorbell, sis.
That is
like,
crazy.
At 3 a.m.
You do not want to start this. Like, come on.
What's like, we don't want to be up with a crying baby
No,
either. Like,
no.
realistically, nobody does.
No.
Like,
No one wants this.
This was not
but
a choice.
It's happening.
Yeah.
And it'll be a couple weeks we move on.
Well, yeah, because like if they were partying or something, it's like, all right, like you're crazy.
Yeah.
But like you can't control this.
And also, she hasn't even talked to them.
Okay, that's
like,
true.
you know?
Like during the day or something,
Yeah.
just being like, hey, what's going on?
Yeah.
That's fair.
That's the first step.
Yeah, you shouldn't just be storming downstairs. That is not the first step.
I've never done that. You just never know who's on the other side of the door.
That is so true.
That's real.
I just feel like you signed up for that. Like, I've never lived in an apartment complex and thought to myself, I'm entitled to silence. Like, it is what it is. Like,
oh, I know. Like, those apartments in like Richmond, I was like, I know their walls are paper thin. So
I knew the guy above
tissue
me.
paper thin.
He played the cello, baby.
Yeah,
it was over for me.
Like,
bad.
That's rough.
There's an update.
Oh,
let's see what he said.
He's like, the teeth came in, we're good.
Like, we're fine. Everything's fine. He said, I delivered a small care package to her door with a long letter and a bottle of wine and chocolates. She was not home, so I put it next to the door. We're only here for a couple months, temp rental, until we finish construction. But I'd rather offer an olive branch than see all the pettiness continue.
Wow.
Yes, it sucks to be woken up. Yes, it's a shared building. Yes, people throw parties here until 3 a.m. on the weekend. Yes, babies cry. And we try our best. For those who live in very big cities, mine has 22 million. This is what you experience. I'm listening to loud mariachi music from the neighbors across the way right now.
Wow.
Is that Los Angeles or something?
22 million? That is so nice of him to drop, bro. You do not need to justify your baby crying.
Like, the little like sticker that was given to this thing was everyone sucks. And so the comments were like coming for him and being like, oh, like change your baby's routine, like blah 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 blah.
Bro,
that's all men. That is men commenting.
Change your baby's routine for some
like, what are you doing,
neighbor?
For one neighbor who rang my doorbell once at 3 a.m.
No,
sorry about it.
I don't think so.
That's crazy.
So funny.
That's dumb, stupid.
Okay. Am I the asshole for not wanting to use headphones while I sleep?
Yes.
Thank you so much. You know, you're so right. We don't need any details. I totally agree.
Wait, did you say, am I the asshole for not wanting to use headphones while I sleep?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
100%.
So I'm just going to do like a little snippet then, because I am also on this side. Huge fight between my girlfriend, female 31, and myself, male 29, about sleeping habits. My girlfriend and myself have been at each other's throat, like, please, regarding our bedroom rule / sleeping habits. Okay, this is actually a little bit more interesting than I remember. A little context is that I work a standard 9 to 5 schedule Monday through Friday. She works in a hospital 7 p.m. to 7 a.m., usually 3 to 4 times a week. On my work nights, I try to sleep by 11 or midnight by the latest, usually once or twice a week. I'll make an exception and play the game with some friends, watch a movie, or read a book until about 2 a.m. Like, bro. My girlfriend usually will stay up watching TV until about 3 a.m. because of her sleep schedule. There's a lot of nights where we're not in the same bed at the same time, but frequently we've been clashing as of late. My issue is that I'm a light sleeper and need almost complete silence and darkness for me to fall asleep. My girlfriend is almost the complete opposite, and that she likes to watch TV, listen to music, text her friends as she falls asleep. I've asked her if she could watch TV from her laptop with headphones, or we could get headphones for the TV. She says that doesn't work for her. She doesn't want to give up her situational awareness at night. To be fair, we live in a sketchy area in the city. I've offered to get a second bed and sleep upstairs to accommodate us both, and she says that's a hard deal breaker for her because she doesn't want to be in a relationship where partners sleep in separate bedrooms. She feels as if she's making all the accommodations and sacrifices and wants me to give up something. I feel like all my solutions I've offered didn't work. She suggested I wear earplugs, and I didn't really like that solution because I'm worried I won't hear my alarm and I'll be late getting up in the morning. It's like, oh, too long, didn't read. I didn't know I had that. My girlfriend likes to have noise in the background while she falls asleep. Noise disturbs my sleep. She does not want to sleep in separate room or use headphones, and I would prefer not to use earplugs. Am I the asshole for not wanting to use headphones?
Oh, then no. I interpreted that line as like, I'm playing music and I'm doing things out loud. And
okay, so the girlfriend's the asshole. Because she's playing music out loud and TV.
Okay. I was like, well, you said yes, and I was like, listening to Katie, and I was like, wait a minute.
Like, is the girlfriend posting it or the boyfriend? Yeah.
I think they're both assholes, personally.
Oh, okay.
So the thing is like, I am the girlfriend, except I do fall asleep with my AirPods in because I am nice to Scott and like don't keep him up with my videos. Yeah. But it's like, it's not that hard to put headphones in. You know what I mean? So like, she is an asshole for not doing that. But also like, I feel like he's not giving viable, like he's like, I refuse to wear earplugs. It's like, okay, that's the same exact thing as wearing headphones. So like for you to say that you don't want to do it and for her to say she doesn't want to do it, like is valid on both of your sides, I feel like. So I feel like the way he made it sound in the headline was like, I don't want to wear headphones, but his is more like earplugs, I guess.
Yeah.
But it's like,
yeah,
someone's got to compromise. So someone needs to wear the headphones or earplugs. Like, it's
flip a coin, bro.
How about you both do it and just
That's it. There you go.
So true.
Exactly.
I don't know.
Oh, funny.
I thought that one was interesting because it's like, that is such a, you guys are both 30.
Yeah.
Like,
Let's
and
get it together.
we're going at each other's throats about this.
We're
Like,
getting headphones and
it
earbuds.
is
What?
not that crazy.
She wants situational awareness, sis. Get out of the situation.
I feel like, honest, like, I fall asleep with headphones in all the time. First of all, they fall out in the middle of the night. So it's like, half the time I'm losing my AirPod.
Yeah.
I wake up in the morning, I'm like, where the fuck is it? But because it's not like, if I was wearing headphones like this, I would maybe be like,
Yeah.
situational awareness is like a concern. But like,
Yeah.
there are headphones that
They have headband headphones that you wear
Right.
to sleep.
So I feel like there's not really unless she's got headphones like this, but you can buy cheap wired headphones for like $5. Like you could do something that would still give you awareness. Like you're not trying to block out the world. with
Yeah.
these
Yeah, it's not the
headphones.
noise canceling.
No,
It's just like
you just want to
not
have
your
something playing.
loud show like
Yeah.
being on.
Yeah.
Okay.
I just feel like, come on, we did not need to post on Reddit
yeah,
about this
that
personally.
that was a really easy question to answer between the
It
two of you.
was.
Like, you're good.
You know, it's just the audacity. Like, we're going at each other's throats. I
That's-
offered to sleep in. I kind of get her on
Dramatic.
that. Like, why are we going to live together if you're
Yeah.
going to be in another room? Like,
I would-
I'll just
Okay,
move
that's
out.
true.
Like,
Hate
she's
to
kind
know.
of right there.
Yeah. What else they talk about? That's an argument. That's crazy.
That is actually so true. I do think, like, what
Diet
is going
Coke
on?
or Pepsi? We're at each other's throats.
I
She
wish.
likes Coke. I
I
like
can't
Pepsi.
stand him. He said he loves Pepsi more than Coke. Are you joking?
I'm a butter user, but he loves margarine, and
Oh.
I can't live like this.
There's no way I can support this.
Oh my god.
He keeps his butter outside the fridge.
Oh
Like,
my God,
What are
that's
you
funny.
saying?
That's how it should be, though.
Yes, I agree.
It should be.
Do you?
I
okay.
do.
Room
I,
We just agree.
Honestly. This was all meant to
Wow.
be.
It was. Yeah.
Unfortunately, mine's in the fridge because Scott doesn't agree. But compromise, people. Compromise.
Damn.
You're wearing headphones and putting your butter in the fridge.
Oh my.
Oh my God!
Gosh,
Exposed, Jesus.
Katie. Damn, Scott.
Woo.
He's
Wow.
really reigning supreme over there. Jeez.
Okay, I feel like I got Love Island on TV 6 months out of the year, so I'll take the headphones.
Yeah, it's give and take. Yeah.
It's give and take. We got Real Housewives on when Love Island isn't, so he is in his own hell. Don't worry about it.
Poor Scott.
I think he's invested to some of these shows now for sure.
Oh, he has to be.
He
Yeah.
has to be.
How could you not?
That's
now.
what I'm saying, you know? But I don't know.
Damn.
He likes the drama sometimes. Don't we all?
Yeah, truly.
Oh my God. I think it's so interesting that people feel the need to post things like this. It's like
Yeah.
all of the ones
I
we
do
read,
too.
I would have never felt. I mean, we talked about some of our moments, and it's like I would have never posted that online.
Like, 'cause
for
I don't need
strangers
people to
judge.
tell me that.
Well, that's true. We have
Like-
confidence in our decisions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
100%.
And we're never in the wrong.
No.
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 So funny.
Yikes.
Gosh.
Crazy.
Oof.
Do we want to read another one or do we want to go loves and icks?
So my love for this week. Last week I said it was effort.
Mhm.
My love for this week is my new medication that has been helping with my anxiety. It's been so amazing. But the thing is, it's also like an antihistamine. It just
Oh.
somehow works really well for anxiety, which they don't know like how or why.
Interesting.
But it is like so weird because it works in like 30 minutes. And like I'll be like on edge and then I'll take it and then I'm like,
We're vibing.
we're chilling. Like we're
Yeah.
good. We're
That is
good.
So interesting.
So yeah, that's been like cool, but also like,
Yeah.
30 minutes, like
That's nothing. Yeah.
popping them. Not really. I'm not doing that. I'm sorry.
It's like
For Adia's therapist,
If my
it's like, don't
psychiatrist is
worry.
listening to that, I'm just joking. I'm not taking those things every day. But yeah, I love that. Like science is cool, you know, how it works like that. No idea how it works, but that's really interesting. My ick for this week is going to Mrs. She was seen kissing another guy
Old news.
Yeah, which I can't be mad at.
He's like a billionaire. We're happy.
Yeah, totally fine.
Yeah, get your bag, sis.
But
again, I guess
girls supporting girls, I guess. But what I don't like, Joe has been liking some very sad things on Instagram.
I feel like I saw you
recently
tweet something.
And Sophie Turner, watch your back. That's all I have to say. The fact that
I think you posted this on your story.
I did. I said you will pay for your sins, and she will.
Yeah.
Just the fact that Joe has felt the need, like, to like these are things that I like. You know what I'm saying? Like the posts. But Joe himself is liking them. Sophie did something wrong. She did something wrong. And I just can't believe that an angel like Joe is feeling that.
Is it possible that they're both hurting?
No. Would you be hurting if you were making out with a billionaire? No. She's good. She's good. And I hate that for Joe because obviously he did nothing wrong and he's hurting and she's just living her best life. And it's like, damn. You really did that. Anyway. See, there's no feedback. There's no comments on
what
that.
Is there to say?
I just hate it for him.
What is there to say? Yeah. We know you're, taking those bullets. Don't worry about it.
I just... it's very hard being the only soldier for this army, you know?
You're not the only one.
There's about 5 of us.
But you're 6 strong.
Exactly.
And you are strong. Don't even worry about
it. God gives his toughest battles to his strongest soldiers.
So
and soldiers are
Joe
Jonas sympathizers. Empathizers. Anyway. Sophie, watch your back. That's all I gotta say.
I feel like we're never gonna see that woman again. She's gonna.
I hope
she's gonna disappear into like the hills of England and like live her best life.
I would love.
That's what I imagine.
I would love. Never see those words again.
She's gonna pull like there's a lot of actors that did big things and then kind of did whatever they wanted. Like Robert Pattinson. Granted, his stuff got kind of big because he was in it, but I feel like she's gonna maybe do some indie stuff and then just like be vibing. She's not gonna be
living off that alimony.
Game of Thrones like residuals question mark.
No, Joe's alimony.
I know, but I was saying like you don't think there's money there?
I don't think the residuals from Game of Thrones
from HBO. I feel like HBO is paying.
I don't know. There was just that strike,
That's for everybody, but yeah.
True.
So she's not.
I heard
paid.
the most about Disney, so love that. Erin, what you got?
Okay.
Do you love it?
I'm not coming for you today, Adia.
No,
I'm not. I feel like you're trying to make things happen. I didn't have a prime today,
Girlies
so I'm not eating this
okay.
up.
All right.
I don't have that primal energy. I'm not ready.
I took a Celsius 2 hours ago.
So you're on one today. So Adia's ready to fight.
lifted. I'm
broke your back.
Okay.
I broke my back when I was lifting weights. I'm hopped up right now.
So I guess I'm winning the fight. Don't worry about it.
Oh yeah, because I'm literally.
And I'll just be
right
sitting, watching the girlies are fighting. Okay, let's see. My loves this week. I'm on the Love Island game train. I'm there.
What an influencer, Katie.
I'm obsessed.
She is.
I've been tweeting about it nonstop to get people.
I know.
Start watching it. I knew I was going to start watching it because I love Love Island. But it's juicy. It's chaotic. It's
fun and fresh.
Not trying to hide what it's actually is, a competition. So it's like we love it. What else? I'll just go to my ex. I don't think I can explain this anymore. My Hinge likes. Thank you.
Bro, we could have a whole episode on that.
I know. And I re-downloaded Hinge again because I was on it, then I was like, this is disgusting. I hate it. We're deleting it. And then I was like, you know what? Let me put myself out there now. Like, let's try. Rookie mistake. I knew. And so I'm just looking through these Hinge likes and I'm like, okay, guess I'll yeet myself onto the 10 that's burning. So let's move on. Anyway, that's me.
I can second that.
That is too bad. I feel like you're in such a big city.
That's what I'm saying.
Anything could happen. It's quiet over here.
You would think that it's amazing and it's
plenty of fish in the sea, baby.
But either they're all like Buddha, which great for them, or they're ugly. So
we need to get you on Raya.
That is so true.
We need to get that.
We need to level up.
Yeah.
I'm waiting.
Are you on the list?
Are you on the wait list?
I'm on the wait list. No.
Okay.
You have 98 followers on your podcast.
22 on TikTok.
She needs to be in. Let's get her in for sure.
I'm basically famous, so
you're in a very well-known band.
100%.
A very well-known podcast.
100%.
Oh,
we love our listeners. Thank you so much.
Thanks. Oh gosh, that's the best.
It is so funny. Okay, so I'll do my love first because it's quick and easy. Love Island Games. Week 2 in a row, baby. I'm screaming at my television. I'm obsessed. I never want it to end, and it's going to end soon, unfortunately. But that's okay. Maybe I'll watch Love Island US is what I'm thinking, because I actually really like a lot of the Islanders from that. So TBD. I had other ones, forgot them, didn't write them down, and today, I thought I was going to be a lover girl in this episode, and then an hour before I get to this podcast, Netflix cancels Shadow and Bone. I'm over it. I am over Netflix canceling everything that I love, and they've done it for everything. I mean, let's throw that out there. But I was thinking, like, part of the problem is with Shadow and Bone, like, so I got two seasons, and everybody wants there to be a spinoff because there's a book spinoff, Six of Crows, and it's better than Shadow and Bone. I haven't read Shadow and Bone, so I don't know, but from what I hear, Six of Crows is better, and I gave them both 5 stars, both the Six of Crows books. So everybody was like, oh, we should get a season 3 and a spinoff. Obviously, Netflix was like, no.
Sorry, you like this show?
No, yeah, so they canceled it. The author today confirmed that no Six of Crows spinoff, but it's like they did that with them, and they did it with Lockwood and Co. The thing is, I didn't read either of these book series. I watched the show first for both of them, and it made me a fan. And then I read the book series, and now I'm literally obsessed. I'm crying over Lockwood and Co. every day, unfortunately. It's my own issue. God gives his toughest battles to his strongest shoulders.
All of our aches, God gives his.
Your girls are struggling this week.
The thing is, it's like, don't make me love these things and then take them away from me. Like, no, I did not have any awareness of these things before I watched them on your platform, and now it's over. Yeah. And this is a call to all authors who want their shit developed and made into things. Fuck Netflix. Yes. I don't care how much money they're offering you. Never go to them. Your shit will never get renewed. Go to Prime. They have the money to give you what you want and it to be good and done well and get renewals, because they renew everything, baby. And go to fucking Prime.
Netflix
Fuck
is
Jeff
going
Bezos,
down.
but
yeah,
it's like I just can't do it. Like, I mean, at this point, honestly, I'm not even on Netflix because my television is not my home. Like, the account is not my home TV, so I really don't have a stake in this game.
That's true.
Like, I'm not getting an account. This is pushing me further away from getting an account. But it was just like, y'all just dropped that on like a Wednesday afternoon, and
trifling.
I'm pissed, honestly. Yeah, I'm over it. Like,
they do that a lot,
and they renew the stupidest shit. Like, so Lockwood and Co was 81 in number 1 in 81 countries, and it still got canceled. And it's like, what is the standard here? Because y'all have 17 seasons of Too Hot to Handle, and not 17, but like,
I'm like,
I love reality TV. Yeah, I couldn't even finish the first season. It was so bad. So it's like, what is the thing?
We get like 3
here?
Kissing Booth movies,
right? Like, we get 5 seasons of Stranger Things, which is good, but like, they did not want there to be that many seasons. You could tell the writers were like,
it's done. It should have been done after the first season.
Love is Blind should stop being renewed. I was eating that shit up, but like, now people go want it to be famous. It doesn't work anymore. The experiment's dead. Like, people are there to be famous. They get out. I mean, make it to the altar. You can make it famous and still leave someone and not get married. So it's like, why are we renewing the things that, like, I mean, stupid. Everything else is just as popular that you're canceling. Let's throw that out there. Like, it's not like these things released and then like fell off. Like, these things were all.
It's like, if it does good, they're gonna cut the act. They're gonna cut it. Like,
right. It's like,
you can't enjoy anything.
Right.
No.
And I'm over it. I'm barely on it anyway. But that was like really the last straw. When I saw like the author post about it and like Twitter's blowing up, I was like, it's over for me.
Done.
I can't live like this, unfortunately, because the casting for both shows were really good too.
Oh, that's when it really sucks. Yeah,
it's always the worst.
Anyway, I knew that was going to be a rant, but I just like I'm over it.
I'm with you.
I can't live like this.
I can agree.
I only trust Prime.
I can agree.
I don't even trust Hulu. Who knows what they
Barely.
got going on?
Yeah, it's always something
Hulu's
going
a
on there.
mess.
They're doing documentaries.
And yet I'm still paying
Their
for it.
own documentaries too, and it's like, who greenlit this?
Well, they did like the Futurama reboot, but like, are they getting renewed? Who knows? I don't know. It was okay.
A lot of stuff going on at Hulu.
Too much, and Peacock's just taking stuff from theaters and whatnot. So like it's separate over there.
There's no way I'm watching anything on Peacock.
But Peacock is greenlighting everything because they're doing Love Island games. They've done Love Island US. They've done Love Island France,
they have The
Spain.
Office too.
So they're kind of, but they're not adapting stuff. I guess is like the difference. Like Prime's doing The Summer I Turned Pretty and a couple
I like
other
Prime.
things.
I mean,
True.
Don't like Jeff, but do love Prime.
Yeah.
They have the money to make what you want done
do.
right. Like, that's the thing.
The Jonas Brothers documentaries are on there.
True.
But that one documentary that they had, trash.
Which one? I don't think I watched either.
It was the one for Happiness Begins. It was just not. I don't know who was shooting the concerts, but they left out like 10 songs and like
weird.
They only used footage from like the Mexico show, which was like Halloween, and then the audio was like it was just really bad.
That's weird.
It's very weird
For like the amount of money that they made.
That's what I'm saying. And it was such a good tour, and I was so bummed out.
Yeah. It's giving we edited it.
Oh no! It was literally like.
I mean, that's no shade to anybody here.
It's shade to me. I get it. I'm literally the one editing it.
I meant because we're figuring this shit out on like.
No,
you're
it was
paying
like
people who do this for a living.
No, it looked like someone was like their first. It looked like the first round of like the edit, and not like the final version. I'm like, is this it? Yeah.
That's so interesting.
It's very weird.
Man,
wow.
This episode honestly was like a little off the rails.
Maybe we needed that.
Yeah, maybe.
I loved it.
Yeah, I like doing the reading things.
Thanks everyone for listening.
We love you.
Love you like a sister. Have a kick-ass summer. Hags. Bye.
Recording stopped.
Oh my god.
Good stuff. Oh shit. Store